Today in Zenless, we're going to be hitting level 40 and seeing what happens. We are currently about 39.5. Zenless does have one interesting quirk that I want to mention real quick, and that has to do with the routine cleanup. This is where you get disk drives, or basically the artifact equivalent. Starting at level 35, we can already get S rank disk drives. So we actually won't see anything new here. We actually have to wait until we're level 45 to do that. So yeah, there actually aren't many ways anymore for me to gain experience points to level up. Obviously dailies get 600 here, actually not that much. I basically have nothing left to do in the game. I'm completely done with the story so far. I've done all the side quests, so you can get some decent XP via agent stories, but again, I just finished those yesterday actually. Same with everything over here in the deep drive system. The only way I can now get XP is through errands, the daily quest, and training using my energy. For the most part, I've been spending my energy on combat simulation and routine cleanup, especially if you don't recharge your energy with the premium currency. I would recommend mostly sticking to combat simulation and maybe wait to really start farming disk drives until level 45. But again, since we can already get S rank drops here, I've been spending quite a bit here as well, which is probably what we're gonna do before we get to level 40. For me, since the actual rewards aren't clear here as they are in a lot of other content, we're gonna run some, and just so you can see what we are currently getting at level 35. So there's that battle done. You can see we got 2 S rank drives here. From my experience so far, 2 drops are more common than 1 drops. Here we got another 2, a nice looking polar metal here with crit damage and attack. 2 more, unfortunately, just freedom blues. Since we're getting pretty close now, let's also take note of how much XP we need from 39 to 40, and then we'll see how much it needs from 40 to 41. I am not full recharging like I did with Weathering Waves, because you can recharge 8 times per day. I'm usually going until it says 5 or 3 times per day, because then it gets pretty expensive, costing 100 polychromes or even more. And if my math is right, next run should get us to 40. One other way to get XP is actually through Hollow Zero and their first clear rewards. I haven't been back here for a while, so I do have at least 1 or 2 stages I can do here. I believe in Old Capital Metro, yes. These stages unlock pretty randomly, but we will get the final one at level 40. The first clear reward does give us 600 XP, so that should actually be enough to get to 40. Hollow Zero can take a long time to finish, so I'm gonna edit this down. There is no pop-up, but yeah, there we are, level 40. I forgot to check how much XP we'll need for the next level, and it's really not much more. It does still start with a 10. So yeah, we do actually have a rank up mission to do, Path of the Proxy 3. It is important to do this immediately because we're not actually the next rank until we do, as you can see from these requirements. Head to the Hollow Deep Dive. I don't know why, but it's in Chapter 2 Interlude here. So we're gonna go to this story thing, and here's the rank up mission. I assume it will just be a battle, sort of a test of strength here. We'll see how difficult it is, if at all. If this is the only enemy, definitely not too bad. This would actually do it here, but he might... Okay, no, there are more actually. We're going up on an elevator here. Indeed, we do have another enemy here. This one's definitely a lot more annoying. He was just like teleporting everywhere and attacking me. Thankfully, he is stunned now, so I think we're just gonna end it with a burst there. There is in fact another boss coming up here in a second. Oh, now we just have both of them. Okay, what the hell? They are thankfully staying pretty close together, so we can get some like attacks on both of them at the same time, which is always good. We do have burst ready again, so when we swap out back to Ellen here, we're gonna do that. And I'm going to assume this is the last battle because, yeah, okay, there we go. Not too bad. You know, when both bosses came at the same time, that was a little bit hectic. But yeah, there it is. We're officially level 40 now. So let's go ahead and poke around now. We can claim this because we reached Elite Proxy here. We can also grab these level 40 rewards. Got some master tapes, some ether batteries. Oh yes, that's right. The music store should be upgraded as well. Oh, interesting. We have like a lot of missions going on now. First, we're gonna go to Elfie here though, the owner of the music store. I imagine she'll give us some currency to make disk drives. And there we go, store level up to level 3. And now we have advanced tuning unlocked, guaranteed S rank drive disk, and main stat orientation. So this is gonna be really good for the 4th, 5th, and 6th disk drives because the main stats can always be different. And you might just want some specific things there. So we're going through the tutorial now. She's telling us to choose Woodpecker Electro, which, you know, good set anyway. And then we can choose Partition 4, which is, you know, one of the 4, 5, or 6, which have a bunch of different main stats. You can actually see all the main stats as well. Attack percent, HP percent, death percent, crit damage, and anomaly proficiency. So not the most main stats actually, that belongs to disk drive 5, but still a lot. So yeah, we're gonna hit orientation there, and then we can choose. In most cases, I believe I would go crit damage. I don't think we have to choose yet. We can just hit exit, and we can actually go anywhere we want to or just save it. But look at disk drive 5, attack, HP, death, pin ratio, and then all of the elements. 9 main stats there. So I'd mostly use this special material here on disk drive 5. It is essentially self-modeling resin from Star Rail. And then down here, we need some other materials materials. Currently, we only have 12 and it needs 6 per, so we could make 2, but since we only have 1 of these tokens, we can only make 1 with the correct main stat. But I don't really want to do this right now. I prefer to save this stuff until I really need it. Also, if we do have some S rank drives we don't care about, we can get 1 of these discs. So basically we can get 1 new S rank for each 6 we destroy. Strongbox from Genshin is 3, and then you get, you know, a new artifact. But I mean, if you have some really bad disc drives, I don't know what else you can really do with them. But yeah, I'm getting into like music store guide mode now. I believe we've also unlocked some new coffees. Not a big deal in my opinion, because it's only for 1 enemy card. I don't really care about it too much. I imagine we got some new meals as well, though again, I like barely use these. I feel strong enough, but sure, we'll eat one for 30% ice damage bonus. But I would say the main thing that happens when you reach level 40 is that we can actually upgrade our agents and become stronger. So we're going to be doing that now. I did wait to farm this stuff because it requires purples. Pre 40, you cannot drop any raw purples, and I'm interested to see how much we can actually get now. How it works in Zenless Zone Zero is there is also RNG, so you could get lucky and get more materials here. You could get unlucky and get less, but they do show you the range before you even go in. So now you can see for each enemy card we put in our lineup, we get 0 to 1 purple and 3 to 4 blues. I'm pretty sure this remains consistent regardless about which thing you do here. Still 0 to 1 and 3 to 4 per enemy card. There does seem to be slight variations depending on what you're farming, like agent promotion, which we just looked at, 0 to 1 purple, 3 to 4 blue. Weapon ascension materials though are 0 to 1 purples and 4 to 5 blues. So you get on average like an extra blue there for whatever reason. One thing that is a bit unclear, however, is what's the chances we get 1 and what's the chances we get 0. For everything else until this point, because it says 3 to 4, we can assume pretty safely it's going to be somewhere in the middle, like maybe 3.5 on average. But when it's 0 to 1, you know what I mean? I don't think it's safe to just assume 0.5 on average. So we're going to put all 5 cards in and go for a run here, see if we get actually 2 or 3. I also do want to mention that the rewards here got buffed pretty massively from level 30, because if we take a look at a single card reward, 2 to 3 blues and 2 to 3 greens. 3 greens is equivalent to 1 blue, so we can kind of say that we're getting the same blues total from level 40 since it's now 3 to 4, but we're also getting a chance for purples, which is the equivalent to 12 greens. So we're gonna go ahead and run these 5 cards, 0 to 5 purples, 15 to 20 blues for all 5 of them, cost 100 batteries. Gonna have to refill a little bit more here. Also might be a good chance to see how much harder these upgraded enemies are as well. We are also technically on max difficulty because the more cards you add, the more enemies you have to fight, and the harder they will be. So let's see here. What are our rewards? We got 2. That would fall pretty much right in the middle of 0 to 5. I want to do 1 more though, and you might be thinking 2 runs, it's not a very good average, but it's technically 10 runs since we're using 5 cards per run. On our next run, we got 17 blues and a green. It didn't even say green had a chance to drop, and we got 0 purples. I guess I have to assume at this point we just got really lucky on our first run to get 2 purples. Also, our first run we only got 15 blues, which is the lowest every single time, which also implies 3 is way more common than 4. So knowing that, I take it back. Rewards aren't that much more insane from 30 to 40, but I still think overall it is a decent boost. As for other reward increases here, like with basic materials, we're jumping from 20,000 dennies per card to 2250 per card, a pretty small increase overall. With 4 cards, you're jumping from 80,000 dennies to 90,000. So, you know, extra 10,000 there with 4 cards. Everything else here, like the character and weapon XP and the, you know, disc drive XP, all get very small bumps as well. You know, it's 2 to 3 purples and 10 to 11 blues. And then at level 40, you get an extra purple in exchange for a blue. So you'll get a little more purples and a little less blues on average. Let's take a break from farming to actually raise our agent. We should be able to do this now just by crafting. In fact, we should have enough for our other DPS as well, but I just want to focus on my main team for now. We're just going to auto add this. Yeah, we do need a lot of materials here. All of our greens, all of our blues, and 55 of our purples. So probably closer to 80 purples total, but we'll see that because we have other agents to raise here. I don't see a Denny's or gold cost anywhere. Does that mean it does not cost anything in that department? I want to make sure. Currently, we have 1.98 million. Let's go ahead and max her. We still have 1.98 million. I assume it has to at least cost something for ascending them in the first place, right? Yes, 200,000. Okay, this is what I didn't see. I'm pretty sure characters here cap out at level 60 or 70 for now, so 50 is already getting pretty high up there, but yeah, 200k. So I guess it does make sense that actually raising the levels is free then. We actually could just craft the purples for my Sokaku here, so we're gonna do that. And we'll see how many actual purples it needs. 75. I was close enough, I guess. So I'm just going to be focusing back on Elle and Joe here. I do want to get her next core skill enhancement or 2 if I can. I'm not sure yet. So we need to go to expert challenge. And I think this is much more straightforward. So we did just unlock level 45 here. Level 35 just gives us a flat 3 every time. Level 45 it gives us a flat 4 every time. So really not much to test here, but I did think it was worth to wait to get an extra 1 per run. Yeah, most days I am only recharging 3 times actually. When it says 100 polychromes, I'm like, eh. But since we just hit level 40 and we're doing this video, we'll do it, I think, 2 or 3 more times until it costs 150. This one was definitely on the harder side. I mean, I wasn't close to dying or anything, but it felt like the dudes had a lot of HP. They were quite tanky. And yeah, again, not much to say here. We're gonna go for 1 more run so we can get the next core passive, but that should be enough for now. We are gonna mainly just be focusing on Ellen today. We'll see if we can get E, but I kind of doubt it. Requires agent level 55. Okay, how far can we go with skills? Let me craft everything I have here. I should have actually a lot. We definitely don't need the lowest grade anymore. I can get 25 purples, but we're gonna hold off because I don't think everything is really raised yet. We're just gonna get, I don't know, 20 for now. And let's see. Oh, we can't get it to 9. Okay, we can get it all the way to 9. Level 10 also requires agent level 55. Okay, I don't know, probably focusing on her basic next. I just got everything else up to 7 because it just used the blues. And I think all of her things are important here anyway. But we'd also need weekly materials, which is what I waited until today to do, because we do also have a new difficulty here, level 50. But if you take a look at the rewards down here, we still will only get 1. So I guess it didn't really get buffed that much. So yeah, we actually will need to use 2 of our 3 weekly boss entries just on Sokaku's 1 skill here, which is kind of crazy to me. But yeah, it is what it is. Should wait till they're disabled, but they're close enough to both take damage from the ultimate. So I decided to do that. And they took no damage? Whoa, that's crazy. Okay, weekly bosses definitely got boosted quite a lot. Oh, and our Sokaku is not looking good. Wow, these guys are really hard. Now that they're stunned, of course, and we're doing our rotations here, you know, more stuff is happening, but still, they're only half dead after all that. Hopefully this is the last rotation here. I'm getting a little worried because the guys are like doing a ton of damage when they actually do hit me. This should... Yeah, okay. Oh man, that was actually kind of insane. You know, most of the battles I'm doing are taking like maybe 45 seconds to a minute, just to put it in perspective how much of a difficulty jump that is on weekly bosses. But yeah, as advertised, we did get a finale dance shoes, and we actually did get a W engine chip as well, so that's pretty cool. We're not gonna hit restart. We do need to do 1 more run, but I'm actually gonna go utilize some food first because I feel like it's actually necessary for the first time in the game. Let's just get another good old 30% ice damage here. Also, now that I think about it, the first couple of battles could have felt, you know, easier because of that. Complete a challenge in under 4 minutes. I mean, we were close. I think with the soup buff, we can probably do it. We'll see. It's also pretty insane because one of their weaknesses is ice, and that's my team already. I can't imagine doing this with like fire units or whatever. I mean, first guy is dead in like under 40 seconds, but then these two are just crazy. Overall, it is going a lot better and a lot faster with that soup buff. Oh my god, I didn't even realize Ellen was that close to dead. Wait, you can just revive? That was the first time anyone has ever died, so I didn't know how that worked, but apparently she's just alive again now? Okay. We do have a burst, so this should probably do it here, if not just kill her now. Okay, there we go. Definitely under 4 minutes. Oh, barely? Really? That felt so much faster than almost 4 minutes, but the soup buff definitely helped. Now we got to figure out which weekly boss to go after next. I imagine it's going to take me a long time to get to level 50, so... yeah, I guess we can at least, you know, get 1 this week for her. So now we don't even have appropriate weaknesses, so a little worried to see how this one's gonna go. Oh, this is kind of annoying. We have this guy here. Well, I guess we can just kind of teleport behind him with that move. I imagine this guy, though, is just the intro boss like the other one was. Oh, great. Now he has an electric shield that we can't get rid of forever. What do we got now? Big machine? Oh, yeah, big machine. Really big. Impaired. Okay, this is good. This is good. All right, dude's broken. We do have a burst ready, so we're going to do that with Ellen when she comes back in after the bang boo here, I guess. That should still do a decent amount, hopefully. Yeah, I mean, if he doesn't revive into another form, this one wasn't as bad as the marionettes, actually. Oh, he is going to revive. Oh my god, come on, man. We don't have a time limit on this, right? Because he's taking no damage. He's disabled again, and we got our burst ready. Let's see how much the burst does. Almost nothing. That's like an incredibly strong attack. Oh, and Ellen died again. That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, we're getting there. I'm so glad this is our last weekly boss, though. Compared to everything else so far, they're just like on a different level. And we only got an A rank. Took us over 5 minutes. Do we get less rewards because of that or something? I mean, we didn't get a puzzle piece. I don't know. This is the main thing I'm coming here for anyway. Oh yeah, we can also raise the weapon. I did finally get Deep Sea Visitor after losing the 2575 at Pity and then having to go to Pity again. but you know, it's fine. We would definitely have to farm though. So let's go ahead. Having more data on, you know, purple chances here is definitely not bad. Since we only have 120 batteries, we're just going to do 2 sets of 3 cards, which is 0 to 3 purples and 12 to 15 blues. Huh. Okay. This is really interesting. Now we got 7 greens. So yeah, I mean, we can still get greens. It's just, I guess, not enough space to put that there. We did get a purple though, I guess. This was 3 cards, 0 to 3. We got 1. Let's do it one more time and see where we're at. And no purples again. So yeah, purples are decently rare. All right, we can go ahead and raise that now. I mean, basically we're just gonna get some more stats, I suppose. Did we get crit rate on Ascension? I hope we at least got a crit rate on Ascension there. Yeah, we did. Probably not much though, because we only get 2.9 from 50 to 60. Oh yeah, so we do have access to another quote unquote gift that we have to spend 1,000 monochromes on, which is the, you know, actual money currency. I would probably do this though as someone who's not free to play, because you do get 980 polychromes then and some other stuff as well. Nothing insane. So if it wasn't for the 980 polychromes you'd get anyway, then yeah, it's pretty bad. But yeah, I think that's about it for what happens when you hit level 40. Like, most importantly, of course, you can raise your characters and you get better rewards from various content. A few things get unlocked, but really not that much, mostly just Hollow Zero stuff. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Dropping a like or subscribing to the channel if you enjoyed is always greatly appreciated as well. Thanks, as always, for watching, and until next time.